for dealerships. He goes in and improves on their BDC departments. He's been around the industry for a very long period of time, and he's got a lot of good best practices for stores to help them, create a basically a better buzz. I always talk to you about having a buzz in the dealership and taking pictures with your customers and doing testimonials. That's the industry now. People are gravitating towards places that are going to take care of the customer. People have choices. They don't have to go to any particular dealership. They have choices of where they can go and where they want to go. That's why reviews are very important in dealerships. Being transparent is very important in dealerships. Catering to customers. Who wins nowadays? The dealers that win are the dealers that are willing to do whatever it takes mentality, take care of the customer, give them the best possible experience, are the dealers that are succeeding and winning. We have to jump on, but it's an easy task to do. You just got to unlearn what you've learned and relearn a new way of doing business, and you will capture these people, and the buzz will start to come around, and people will choose you over other places. It'll just fall in place. So briefly, I always usually let John jump in on Saturday meetings. Hey, but before that, I like to start my Saturday meetings at 8:45. So make it your best interest to be here, so we can kind of get the day started. Otherwise, I want to be ahead of everything, and I don't want to fall behind on certain things. And on Saturdays, the expectations, of course, are a lot higher. It's all about sales and spotting cars. And Saturday is a good practice because the rest of the month, those other 28, 29 days, have to be Saturdays for us. We have to have that urgency that every moment that we come in, today's Saturday. Every day is a Saturday. The urgency of spotting cars, getting commitments, drawing your offer, that's all the stuff that we need to be doing. So I'm going to let John take over, and then I'll throw some stuff that I want to talk about afterwards, and Sam's going to talk briefly too as well.
Well, I know we're starting a little late.
Yep.
So I was actually going to do, because I know, during the course of the week I was, sitting down with you guys, individually. Some of you I was able to get to, some of you I haven't just yet. That doesn't mean that I don't like you, or that doesn't mean that I don't care about you. It's just that I just didn't have time. So I'm going to leave the formal introduction about myself and tell you a little bit about myself on Monday. All right, but today, today's all about you guys. All right, it's not about me. It's about us in terms of what we can do today. All right, so we're going to be changing some things around, so on and so forth. Those of you who were here yesterday morning, you guys were already part of that. But we're going to do things just a little bit different. Because if we want to change and gain the success, that this store hasn't had in a while, all right, or maybe ever, then we have to all be willing to try and do things that we've never done, okay? All of us together, not just me, not just you, but everybody here, okay? So, with that being said, I know there's other material that we have to cover. I know we do have some scheduled deliveries today. Ben, you have one this morning. That's with O'Neill. Yeah. Okay. You have two. I know you have the one, which is the my demo that I was in for a day. Thank you very much. I just had all the settings done. Are you kidding me? Yep. All the radio presets and everything like that. Whatever. It is what it is. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's with Goldstein, right?
And then we got Bolton too.
And you have Bolton as well. All right, very good. Now, when it comes to these deals, I want to be proactive. I don't want to be reactive. I want to get to the point where, we have these pending deals. I want everything done. When the customer is here in the store with us, I want you to gather as much information as you possibly can: driver's license, insurance information, registration, credit app, fully filled out, all right? Called in, loaded, so that when the customer gets here, we're not scrambling to do something that we should have done yesterday, okay? When the customer comes in, you grab the folder. Hey, John, hey, Dave, customer's here, all right? I'm going to start showing them the car, or do whatever else that you need to do, all right? Or if you, today, you know, if you have another customer, you can take another customer and tell the customer to hold, and you know what? The customer that came in for a scheduled delivery is not gonna be waiting forever because I need, oh, by the way, do you have your driver's license? Do you have your registration, your insurance information? Because all of that stuff should have been done, all right? I want to become more efficient, all right? And that's how we're gonna get to that next level, all right? But anyway, I can talk, you know, I mean, I can talk on and on and on. We have other information that we want to, you know, go over. So anybody else that has a delivery today?
Okay.
Oh, who?
I believe it's like Kenna or something like that, the last name.
Okay. Mana?
Mana, yeah.
Ah.
Oh, her last name's with her first name's with
Okay, Kathleen
Yeah,
Mana.
yeah.
You were mixing the first name
I put it together.
and doubling it. I got you. I got you. All right, anyone else? Nobody? All right, let me ask you this. Who has an appointment today? If it's not a scheduled delivery, new business. Good. Okay, I just want to make sure, all right? You know, so we have 3 scheduled appointments. How many appointments? 1?
I got one.
1?
One, possibly 2.
1, possibly 2. We're going to confirm the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, so that's what you want to go into Saturday. All right. What am I going to have? How am I going to be successful? All right. Am I going to sit on my hands and just wait for the door? Well, you know what? You want to go into a Saturday. Whoever's going to come through the door is going to come through the door. Correct? All right. But at the same time, too, if you have an appointment, that means that customer is a be-back. All right. If that customer is a be-back, does anybody know what that percentage of close rate, what that close rate percentage is? If you have a be-back. What's that?
50.
Anyone else?
40, 60.
Maybe higher than that.
From all my experience, you know, if you have a B-back, you have a 65 to a 75% chance of selling that customer a car. Those are great odds. Those are great odds. I don't know what the closing percentage is in this store, but all the other stores that I've been at, you know, from Open Road, Academy Honda, K Honda, you know, the closing percentage that we were able to develop was right around 40%, 43%. Not bad, because the industry average is 25. But still, 65 and 75 is still better than 45. So don't, you know, based on what I just asked you, don't you want to create that B-back for yourself? All right, and the only way that you're going to have those B-backs is if you put the, let's see, you know, you sell that experience. Nobody in here, I don't care if you're Grant Cardone or whoever it is, nobody can close at 100% ratio. Nobody. I don't care who you are. All right, you know, so if that customer needs to leave, which they will, all right, 50% of the time or a little bit more, you want to sell that experience as to why that customer needs to come back and see you, as opposed to the guy down the street. That makes sense? And you want to do that on a Saturday, because why? The worst thing that can happen on a Saturday is not sell a car. Does that make sense? You know, this is a day that we all wait for. Don't waste it, all right? But moving forward, we'll get to that, all right? We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make this happen, because we need to. All right? Anyway, I pass the floor.
Okay. Do you want to?
Sure. Hey, everybody. So my name is Stan. I'm in this business 15 years. I started selling cars actually with Ben back in the day. We worked at Academy Honda. John was my manager. Joe was our used car manager. And you guys are very lucky. I just came here to give you guys a few minutes of motivation, inspiration, some tools that you can bring back with you that maybe you can start utilizing today. I do 2 different things. I do sales training for car dealers all over the country, and I also have a business where we do social media and branding for car dealers, which the 2 kind of coincide together, because part of my process of training people is to train them on how to brand themselves. So you guys have an opportunity to be a part of a good culture. John was my manager. He was one of my first managers, and he used to ride me hard. I don't know how well you remember that. So he talked earlier about, you know, things like accountability and having everything, ready to go. He's not kidding. He is on point. He's very sharp. He's very process oriented. And back in the day when I was a green pea, I kind of didn't respect it as much because I felt like I was being just ridden too hard. When in reality is I was being coached and trained on how to be more efficient and better in my career. So I thank you for that. So I used to get abused a little, but let me tell you something. He's great. And Joe as well. I've watched Joe come up over the ranks over the years, and you guys are literally in a great store where you have an opportunity to build something. I see the store doing 200 cars a month at some point. I think you guys are going to get there with the people that you have in place. It's two of the best managers out there. So with that being said, I want you guys to think about the word complacency. I've been thinking about this actually all mornings. Every morning on a Saturday when I come to a dealership, I've been doing this for a few weeks now, and I do it for my personal fun and really to give some guys motivation. But today I was thinking all about complacency. I want you guys to, if you're complacent in what you're doing, I want you guys to maybe consider to step up your game a little bit. I don't know how active you guys are on social media, how active you guys are in branding your own business. Granted, you're in business for yourself. You're part of a business, but you really are in business for yourself. You're on commission, you're on bonuses, and I think that we all have an opportunity to get ourselves out there. And why do I talk about that? Because some people are afraid of putting themselves out there. They're afraid of being seen. They're afraid of what people are going to think. They're afraid of being hated on social media. And the reality of it is you're being recorded. I'm live right now. I always go live when I do these things. But and the reality of it is, and I read something about this not long ago online, reading an article. You're being recorded everywhere you go. There's no privacy anymore. So if there's no privacy anymore, you might as well just go out there, put yourself out there, and try to find a way to make money with it. And so one of the key takeaways is I recommend, and I don't know how the policy is with Lithia, but I recommend you guys start considering a way to brand yourself. It's basically the art of prospecting, the lost art of prospecting, but now you're doing it socially. Start finding a way to maybe make some graphics for yourself. Maybe make a Facebook page, Ben sells Volkswagens or Ben VW Freehold. Just find a way to start your own little brand. Everywhere you go, whether it be the gym, whether it be Macy's, you want to give out your business card, you want people to take pictures with you, you want people to give you testimonials. Every car you deliver, you want people to do a quick 30 to 60 second video testimonial, put it out there, and not only put it out there on your page, but ask the customer to put it on their page, because if they have 500 friends, what's going to happen? Their 500 friends are going to see it, and somebody at some point is going to be inspired to buy a car. So I highly recommend that you take advantage of all the tools that are out there. I'm not here to sell you guys on anything. I'm just really here to share some best practices, some ideas, and I want you guys to succeed. I know that the store can get there. I know what your two managers are capable of. So I want you guys to give your two managers a round of applause. Just because, come on, a little louder, guys. Come on. There we go. Because these guys are going to take the next level, and just watch what happens in the next 6 months. All right, so that's all I have to say, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stan. I appreciate it. So I don't want to drag this meeting out, but I do want to say that, my responsibility as the general manager of the store is to take care of my people, make sure that I remove all roadblocks that are in your way so you can grow and to be successful. That's my job, and obviously for everybody to make more money. So I'm going to do everything that I can do. I've been doing this for a pretty long period of time, so I kind of know the mechanics of what we need to do in here to get to that next level and be number one in our district, in our zone. We can be there. It's all it takes is one element, well, two: hard work and teamwork. Those are the two elements. Everything else will all fall in place. So I'm excited to have John here. John and I, go way back. We made an amazing team at our last store. We put up some heavy numbers. Just a new car alone, we cracked $500,000. And that took a little while to build that momentum up, but we were the second most profitable store in the entire Lithia Corporation, owning 180 dealerships. We were the second most profitable in the entire company. That didn't happen by accident. That happened with teamwork and dedication, and having a good team to work and follow our lead. My goal, another thing I want to accomplish with you guys, is I want to turn you guys into professional sales consultants, to the point where when a customer comes in, you sit with them for 2 minutes and you profile what's in front of you. I want you to learn to know how to read a customer, to know what's in front of you, so you can maximize profitability. There is and always has been money to be made. But if you're not looking for it, you don't learn how to identify it, you could have something good in front of you that you are afraid, or you don't do the right thing, and you're not gonna maximize that profitability. That's my responsibility. Try to be here Monday, 9 a.m. sharp. I won't have to have them at 8:45. We'll do the 8:45 on a Saturday. But I want at least 10, 15 minutes to do sales training every single Monday. But I need everybody together. I can't do it in batches, because the effort that I put into doing the sales training, it has to pay off where everybody is on the same page. If I'm missing 4 or 5 people or 3 people, and I'm trying to get everybody to move in the same direction and do the same thing in the showroom, structure is important, then half the showroom's gonna be doing it, half the showroom's not, and it's not gonna get us to success. Before we get out on the floor, Dave, you wanna talk about the menus,
Sure, the,
product penetrations?
yeah,